Hi, Sally. How are you?
Hello, Adam. I'm fine. Oh, this is Amy. She's a friend from work.
Hi, Amy. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Oh, no. Look at the time. I'm sorry. I'm late for work. Nice to meet you, Amy. See you later, Sally.
Goodbye.
Amy, what's your phone number?
Hello, Emily. It's Holly.
It isn't Emily, it's Beth. I'm Emily's sister.
Oh, hello. Is Emily there?
No, I'm sorry. She's taking the dog for a walk.
Oh, well, can you give her a message?
Yes, of course.
Can you tell her my bag is in her car and I need it?
Oh, your bag. Right. Does she have your number, Holly?
I don't know.
Okay, wait a minute. I need a pen. Right. What's your number?
It's 60674 923.
That's 60674 923.
Yes, that's right.
Wait a minute, Holly. Don't go. I think Emily is opening the door. Emily? It's for you.
What? Oh, the phone. Hello?
Hi, Emily. It's Holly.
Oh, hi, Holly. How are you?
I'm fine. Listen, my bag's in your car.
Is it?
Yes, and my keys are in the bag, and I can't open the door of my flat. My mobile's in my bag too, so I'm calling from the flat next door. Can you give me my bag?
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
Let's meet in the cafe near my house.
Right, okay.
Thanks, Emily.
No problem. See you in a minute.
Bye.
Hello and welcome to the James Bond Tour of London. My name's Colin Granger and I'm going to be your guide today. Now, the tour lasts for about 3 hours and when we've finished we'll drop you off back here. That'll be at about 4 o'clock. We're going to start at the birthplace of the man behind the character of James Bond. That's the author, Ian Fleming. Does anyone know where exactly Ian Fleming was born? No? Well, he was born at 27 Green Street, in one of the richest districts of London, called Mayfair. So, that's where we're going to go first, to the house where Ian Fleming was born. After that, we're going to drive past the club that Fleming used during the war. I'll point it out to you when we get to it. Then, we're going to go to the Bentley showroom that Fleming often used to visit. Fleming loved luxury cars, and his favourite car, the Bentley, is still sold there today. After that, we're going to make our way to the casino that inspired the first James Bond novel. Do you know which one that was? Oh yes, that's right. It was Casino Royale. After the casino, we'll visit the headquarters of the British Secret Service, commonly known as MI6, and which features in many of the James Bond movies. This is an enormous building next to Vauxhall Bridge, which is a bridge over the River Thames. You'll remember this bridge as it appears in the 2012 Bond movie Skyfall. We won't stop there for long, because it might look a bit suspicious. After that, we're going to see 2 other famous locations from the James Bond films. First, we're going to go to the place where an amusing scene for the film The World Is Not Enough was shot. It's when James Bond is in a boat and he's being chased by another boat. He comes to a bend in the river, but he's going too fast. There are 2 women standing in the road when he turns the corner, but he can't stop. The women are traffic wardens who are putting parking fines on cars. As he goes past, James Bond splashes the traffic wardens with water from the river. They both get really wet. Do you remember that scene? Yeah. The final location we're going to visit is the Four Seasons Hotel in Canary Wharf. This is where they shot the swimming pool scene from Skyfall, where Daniel Craig as 007 is swimming in a luxury hotel pool at night. It's supposed to be Shanghai, but they shot it here in London. We're going to finish our tour back in Mayfair at the Duke's Hotel. This is where two of the actors who have played James Bond came to celebrate their success. That's Sean Connery in 1962 and Pierce Brosnan in 1995. So, let's get going then and head for our first stop, 27 Green Street, the birthplace of Ian Fleming.
Speaker 1.
When I was about 15, I got a part-time job in a supermarket. The job was in the cash office, so I had quite a lot of responsibility. I had to collect the money from the tills, count it, and put it in the safe for the security people to collect the next morning. I was still at school at the time, so I worked for a couple of hours on a Friday evening and all day on Saturdays. At Christmas, I did more hours because I had more time and there were more customers. The girls in the office were great fun, so the job wasn't boring at all. I did it for about 3 years, until I left because I needed more time to study for my final exams at school.
Speaker 2.
I studied German at university, and at the end of my first year I went to Germany to practice my German. I found a job in a restaurant almost as soon as I arrived. The job was washing dishes, which I thought was going to be easy. Unfortunately, I was wrong. There was a machine in the kitchen that washed the plates and glasses and things like that, but my job was to clean the pots and pans that the chef had used. The saucepans were always completely black, and it used to take me hours to get everything clean. I didn't enjoy working there very much, and I was really happy when I had learnt enough German so that I could stop working there.
Speaker 3.
I don't know if you can call this a job, but I did get paid for it, even if it was only £5. When I was a teenager, I used to look after my cousins when my aunt and uncle wanted to go out. The children were a lot younger than me, so I had to babysit for them. I didn't do it every weekend, but it was probably about once a month. My uncle used to pick me up at about 7 and take me back to their house. I had to bath the children, give them their dinner, and play with them for an hour or so before they went to bed. They were no trouble at all to look after, and I absolutely loved being with them.
Speaker 4.
My dad's a painter, and so the summer after I finished school, I went to help him for a few weeks. At the time, my dad's company had a contract to paint all the exterior doors and windows of some houses on a new estate. The weather was great, not too hot and not too cold, so I didn't really mind it. The work was quite tiring because I spent most of the day climbing up and down a ladder, but I earned quite a lot of money that summer. But the best thing was spending some time with my dad and his mates. We had a really good laugh.
Speaker 5.
One of the first jobs I ever did was in a food processing company in Manchester. I was a student at the time, and I needed a temporary job during the holidays. Fortunately, the job was only for 2 weeks because it was really unpleasant. The worst day was when we were packaging hamburgers. I had to stand on the production line and count the burgers into groups of 5. Later, someone further down the line put the burgers in a box. The problem was that the burgers were frozen and we weren't allowed to use gloves. This meant that I had to pick up the ice-cold burgers with my hands. I've never had such cold fingers in all my life.
So you want to make a film. How do you do it? 1.
You can make an excellent film with just a camcorder. But 2 other things can be useful. First, it isn't easy to hold a camcorder still, so you get much better pictures if you put it on a tripod. A microphone is also a good idea. A camcorder has got its own microphone, but you can put a separate microphone closer to people so that you only get their voices. Tip: don't move the camera quickly. People feel sick when they watch it.
2.
Are you going to make an adventure film, a comedy, a horror film, or a documentary? For any film, it's a good idea to write a script. Tip: keep the scenes short. People get bored quickly if scenes are too long.
3.
For a story, you need actors and actresses. Then you need a director, that's probably you, and a camera person. If you have a separate microphone, it's a good idea to have a sound person too. Tip: be careful with animals in your film. They don't always do what you want.
4.
It's easier to film indoors because you can control things. However, you have to think carefully about lighting. You don't usually have to think about lighting outdoors, but you have to think about noise, especially in a town. Tip: the best weather for a film is when it's dry but cloudy, because the light doesn't change.
5.
You've got your film. Now you have to edit it. You need a computer for this. Choose the best scenes and put them together. You can also add music and titles. Tip: try to film each scene 2 or 3 times. You can then choose the best scene.
6.
When your film is ready, you can put it on the internet, or you can make copies for your friends and family. Tip: why not have a film premiere? Invite your friends and family to watch the film and meet the stars.